Hello there and welcome back to the channel and another episode of the So You Picked series, where we look into your basic toolkit level 15. Then we jump out into the field for some solo combat, and lastly we jump into a control group combat environment to hopefully teach you a little bit more about your role and how it works in a group situation. So today we're going to be looking into the Archer class, which is the first of the physical ranged DPS. There's another two in the game, that is Dancer and Machinist. They are not available at the start. You have to get them later on down the line. And what the main purpose of the ranged DPS is, they're more on the supporty side of stuff. So if you enjoy a little bit of support and buffing team things, then Archer is the one for you. Good job, really enjoy it. So Rin, so you're all archered up, you got your bow all ready. Are you ready to start? Good. So we're going to jump straight into the toolkit. So, as with the rest, we're going to jump in, we're going to have a look at the actions. First but not, firstly, we have our basic attack, heavy shot at level 1. Pretty straightforward, just use it to attack the enemy. Now, heavy shot has a proc ability where 20% chance of it becoming straight shot ready, which means 20% of the time this lovely skill here, straight shot, will become available. Not available all the time, so whenever it pops up, whenever it procs, be sure to use straight shot. At level 4, you get your first buff, which is personal buff, which is Radiant Strikes. It increases your damage dealt by 10% and it lasts for 20 seconds. Again, that should be early on, that should be on cooldown, means just whenever it's available, use it. Next but not least, we have our dot, our first dot for Archer, which applies a poison to the enemy and it does damage over time. It lasts for 30 seconds. You want to keep that up as much as possible. Don't pop it too thingy. You would use it at the start of the battle. 30 seconds later, when it's about to drop off, you would reapply it. And just keep that running on a 30-second clock. Every 30 seconds, just reapply it. And in the meantime, use your heavy shot and straight shot when it's available. And last but not least, you will get Bloodletter at level 12. Which is an ability that you can use that causes damage, and you can use that every 15 seconds. And at level 15, your job quest skill will be Repelling Shot. It has its uses for dodging, for getting out of AoEs if you're a bit too close. Because when you use it, you will jump, you will do a jump back move, which can get you out of an AoE. But yours need to make sure that you've got ground behind you, because in a lot of the content later on you can't jump off the arena, which is fun for everyone and not embarrassing at all. And those are your class skills for Archer, and we're going to move on to role skills for these now. Most of these role skills are used quite well in solo stuff. Very rarely used in dungeons, with the exception of Second Wind at level 8. We're going to go through these from the start. First of all, at level 6, you will get Leg Graze. And what that does is, it lasts for 10 seconds and it applies a heavy debuff to the enemy, which means it will run slower towards you for 10 seconds. Secondly, one of the better skills for the raw ones, it is a self-cure. It does, it will keep you alive, but you can only use it once every 2 minutes, so you need to use it wisely. At level 10, you get Foot Grace, which is another good one for solo and stuff. And what that does is, it is the DPS, the ranged DPS version of Repose and Sleep. You can use Foot Graze on a target and get some distance away from them, and then pepper them with shots until they get close. The only difference with Archer is you can actually shoot, and you can use your weapons and your skills and abilities while you're moving. So Archer is a good solo class. Keep your range, keep running around, keep moving away from out of their AoE range. All good stuff. So again, we're going to head out and find an enemy. Archer is one of the easiest ones to solo with. And again, just use your heavy shot. Use Bloodlet when it's available. Use Venomous Bite every 30 seconds. And pop Straight Shot when it pops. And if you feel like they're getting a bit too close, use either Foot Graze just to keep them in place. Get some range and finish them off. And nice easy stuff. Now we're going to jump into the group content. And again, the DPS side of it's pretty straightforward. In content, you just kill as many enemies as you can, as fast as you can. It does help a lot if you try and target the same enemy as your other DPS that it will be in the group. And there's, again, I will say the tank in this little content is not very good. He is an NPC one. Normally the tank would pick up both of those enemies. Both the additional and the main one. And again, pop here. I think pretty straightforward for DPS. Just keep your distance. Just use all your abilities when they pop up, and be done in no time. And when you're in a group, when they're fighting a group of mobs, try and attack the same one the tank is attacking. Unless you have AoEs yourself, and then just hit every single one of them in one go. DPS's job is just to kill things as fast as possible. And just cycle through your enemies. Try and focus on one at a time if you can. Generally the biggest first, and work your way down. Or a general rule is always good to attack the same one the tank is attacking. And that way you don't accidentally pull aggro away from him. Not that you should. If the tank's doing his job quite well, you shouldn't be able to take enemies away from him. And no AoEs to dodge, so just can stand still. Just move out of that. And he's just going to tank that. Going to take all the AoEs. I do like to move around a lot when I'm on board. You don't really need to unless you dodge an AoEs. Unless you like dodging stuff. But I just feel the need to actually move around. Right guys, so that has been our brief introduction to the Archer Chop and what they get up to in combat, at least the early levels. Still having a good time, Rin? Good. I think next time we're going to be doing Pugilist, so you get to punch stuff next time. Calm down, alright? Right. Thank you all for watching. I hope this has helped. I hope the series is helping. If you're new here, feel free to stick around, come check out some of the stuff we've got going on. I have a lot of videos on the channel. There's probably something there that you'd enjoy. Would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. If you've been watching everything so far, I hope you're still enjoying it. You know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And as always, I shall see you on the flip side. Bye bye.